I'm gonna go off coming in.
Oh, well.
Hello,
Wait a minute.
people.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, people.
Morning,
Yeah.
last time.
All right, I'm just trying to
Honey,
see.
you know I'm sunshine. When I come in the room, it's morning, honey. Yes.
I
Good
love
evening.
it. I love it.
So, welcome to Urbanish Live, you guys. My little spiel I always give. Hope that you guys are COVID-19 safe. Yes, COVID-19 is still out there. Make sure you're washing your hands for 20 seconds, using hand sanitizer, and wearing your face mask because we about to go into the wintertime and them germs gonna spread like wildfire.
You should have told him that before this Labor Day weekend came up.
Hello, somebody.
Ain't damn
I don't
person
hear
had on
nobody.
one
You
mask.
preaching.
Our social distance nowhere in Atlanta. I'm gonna need everybody to stay away from my place for 2 weeks. Thank you.
Baby.
I have
Honey.
when we did the live that Thursday. I did say I say every time we get on here.
The people didn't hear.
No, we talking about pride, baby. The people was out here pride, honey.
But
And
I
the people
said
didn't have on no mask. They was out here looking like fools.
every Thursday. So I am your host, Terrell. I have my lovely co-host here with me, along with our content producer. So how y'all doing today?
Hey.
I'm doing
That is
good.
LT. You will never see her being still doing something. Then we have Jay Dior. He always always
Yes.
fabulous on him.
But I should turn it the right way when I do it. Right? Okay.
See, next to
That
but
part.
then we have
Oh,
our little special son up here, content producer.
Cut that out.
The jack of all trades, the one with the damn ruler. Who gonna get wood? We gotta put
I
up.
mean,
Everybody at Pride is getting their ass whooped this week.
Oh,
Like
Lord.
with the yardstick. All the fighting that was going on,
yes.
they was just like this close the entire time at every
The
club,
entire
every
time.
gathering.
And guess
So
where I
you know
was?
the numbers is gonna be up.
At home, minding my business.
That's where I was at.
Yes, sir. You was not gonna.
I'm getting ready to go out as soon as we're done. Thursday night, y'all. It's Thursday night. Live music. Just waiting on me.
Hey, I hear you, honey. I hear you. But see, I'm sure yours is gonna be a lot more controlled versus what was going on out there this weekend. You understand? That was a whole.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go live from this place every week I'm talking about.
I'm not going to nobody's place.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna say that.
No, I'm not. I'm on break. I don't be bothered with nobody and they people and they germs.
Mm-mm. Not doing it. Sorry.
Ha!
So Tiffany, what's up? What's our hot topic of the day?
Yes, ma'am. Let's get into it, honey. I'm ready.
Hold on, I'm trying to chill. And I'm sleeping.
I'm ready to
I was about to put
start a good fun.
I was putting we're live and they said we're lice.
Mm-mm.
Who? LIC?
Yeah, I put LIC.
Oh, baby.
But anywho, hot topic of the day. Is marriage for women only?
Why you always want to talk about some marriage, Tiffany? You trying to tell us something? You over here needing a ring or something, honey?
People like talking about
some
people
marriage
like
style.
people like talking about relationship stuff.
Do it.
Because that's the part of everyday life.
Garbage, throw it away.
Whether you're single or you're with someone, people like to talk about it. People like being other people's business. So
You right.
we're gonna bring it to her.
Ain't in mind.
So unpack that for us. So
Okay.
marriage for women in what way?
On TI podcast, what is it? Expeditiously, whatever the damn.
Expeditiously?
You better talk. Yeah.
So on his thing, he was interviewing Nick Cannon, and Nick Cannon and him was talking about when he got married, and both of them was talking about marriage and that kind of stuff. So basically, both of them agreed that marriage is more so for the woman, in the sense of she's excited to get married. and all that kind of stuff, and the man is just like, he's just there for the ride.
Really?
I will say the actual wedding, I can see it being more for the woman, but marriage as a whole has to be something the husband wants as well. It can't just be the woman. She can't just be riding along just for the get-go.
Yeah.
Like the wedding, you know, the bride wants to have different colors. She wants to have, you know, every bride has their particular way they want their wedding. I will give you that. But I'm just not going to marry nobody just because she won't get married.
Right. Not holding a piece of paper.
No, not in the sense of just getting married to be married, but in the sense of when you get married, like the husband or the spouse is obsolete. Like everything is about the wife. So that's what they kind of was talking about.
But everything about the wife when, you know, things are supposed to be shared, things are supposed, and it's not necessarily a 50-50 thing, but y'all are supposed to become one. So I'm a little confused as to
how y'all become further split apart.
Yeah, how are we separating this?
That's like a divorce.
If I'm going into, I already at I was getting divorced because, child, at this point, if I'm walking into something,
y'all taking it too far.
See what I'm now? Don't tell me now I'm taking it too far, and I'm answering this question. Okay.
That's not all that. Damn. Oops.
What?
All right.
So y'all feel like that is for both people got to be committed, but when you're asking the woman, like okay, so y'all both are men, right? And y'all are part of.
Yes, I am. I am a man.
Right. Exactly. So when when you got married to your wife, was the marriage for you being doing the right thing as the person who want to get married, or you was getting married? Like, why was you getting married?
Oh, honey, you digging in? Oh, you trying to dig a little bit into my life, honey? Oh, girl.
Yeah, go ahead. I got an answer after you.
I did.
Wasn't ready. Did nobody tell me?
Because I want to see if it's true. Because you're saying
my situation was a whole lot different.
Okay.
So my situation was, you know, and I hate to put it out like this, but unfortunately I have to because this is just what my truth is. Mine was more so religious. You know, my mother was a pastor, and so I was trying to prove so hard that I wasn't gay. And to do that was doing what?
Okay.
Sex, right? Trying to prove this particular part didn't belong to me or wasn't a part of me because my mother didn't want anything to do with the gay son, period, point blank. So let's just please clear this up. So with that being said, and I love my mom, God rest her, her soul in heaven. However, it was a hard little struggle for me. So with that being said, my reasoning was because I had got my baby mama, knocked up. The only option that I had, and being that I was 17, the only option I had was to get married. I had to provide for this kid. I had to provide for this woman, and my parents wasn't having it any other way. It was, this is what you're doing, period. So that wasn't a choice for me. So then people always ask,
was the marriage more for her than for you?
It was.
Was the marriage more for her than for you?
I don't think it was for neither one of us, and I'm going to be honest with you.
I married for your own reasons.
It wasn't for neither one of us, and I think that's why we can kind of look back on it and kind of laugh because it wasn't for neither one of us. Neither one of us wanted to get married, but we had to survive. We had a kid. We had to figure it out, and that was the only way we were going to get any type of help from any of my relatives because they didn't do that shacking stuff.
Yeah.
My parents believe in the Bible. What the Bible say? Honey, my daddy is saved. I don't know nobody else is saved as much as he is, baby. That man is saved, okay? So let's be clear. That was hard for me. I was doing it out of trying to respect my parents and their wishes and their rules. I was not living by my own beat of my own drum.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of where we're different because I've always been the flower child, the one that blow in the wind. You never know what the hell I'm finna do. So back when I was 19 and I was with my ex-girlfriend, and when I got her knocked up, it was more so, I think I proposed a lot because I did love her. But then at the same time, I grew up in a broken home and I didn't want that for any kid that I have. So it was like, okay, I got her knocked up now. now I got to marry her. But it wasn't just, it wasn't just for her, it was for me, because that's what I wanted my family to be like. You know what I'm saying? I was gonna get married to her, we was gonna have our kids, and do what we got to do. And I know I'm gay, and everybody's like, how the hell and what the fuck? But my ex-girlfriend, my ex-fiance, she was with the shits. So how guys like lesbians, she like two men, so it worked out for us. So, but and that the marriage never happened.
Just got juicy though.
Yeah, so that's me. But for me, I just feel like if I'm gonna get married to someone, I'm definitely, it's for me too.
Yeah, this time around it would be for me. This time around it would be.
So both y'all situations will be. So Regis, you said because you was from a broken home, that's one reason you didn't want her to have to go through that, basically.
Yeah.
And then Jay, it was more so of you. Were you proving that you weren't gay, or did you really love her?
Okay, so my baby mama was my best friend in high school, so it wasn't like she didn't know what was going on. So let's just be clear about this, okay? Every step of the way, she knew exactly what was happening, okay? So I'm grateful that I was able to kind of share that part and be able to be honest and open, and it allowed me to kind of free up me. You know what I mean? But it was definitely a difficult situation because I was put in a position where religion meets your mom and your house and your dad, and this is what the Bible says, and I'm not upset by anybody who preaches the word. I understand it. Trust me, it was in my house. I got sent to hell every chance my mother gave me, honey. She sent me there, honey. Child, I did something. I was doing something I had to be doing, child. I was going to hell. So for me, it was more on that push of religion for my parents, and I didn't want to disappoint my mom. I didn't want to disappoint my dad. They have put so much and poured so much into me. And for me to try to prove this point and then this happens, it was just one of those things that I just had to kind of roll with. You understand what I mean? But I felt like I was put in a position to have to prove myself. And that was where I kind of had the issue. Because I felt like as a kid, I didn't have the decision to be me. You kind of forced me. You told me what I was going to be. You told me I wasn't going to be gay in your house. You told me I wasn't going to be a fag. This is what you said. So I understand. And like I said, let me tell you something. I love my mother, and she made me strong to this day. That is the reason why I'm a single father and have all 4 of my kids. Let's just be clear. However, I didn't say it was easy growing up. Never said that. My mother had her rules. You know what I mean? She was stern. This is the word, this is the word of God, and this is what we're going to live by. And anything that doesn't abide by this word has to go. That was my mom.
You got married for your parents.
Yeah, definitely.
So, how long you been married?
27, 28 years, something like that.
When you decided to get married, was that something that you wanted, or was that something that you felt like you had to do the right thing?
No, at the time I wanted it because we had been together, I think we were together 6 years before we got married. So I felt like it was time. I was ready. So I got married for me. I don't know what he got married for. I think he wanted to get married. I really do think it's because he wanted to, because I really didn't put much pressure on him to get married. As a matter of fact, we were living here, went back home for the holiday for Thanksgiving, and he said, we're not going back until we get married. And I'm like, huh? It worked Monday. So we ended up going out, getting a ring, and we called a pastor that we mutually knew. We didn't have a big wedding or anything. We had our kids and we had 2 witnesses. And we went to the chapel and got married and got on the road and came back home.
All right. Yeah. So I was engaged when I was 20. And I've always been the person, I think marriage is a beautiful thing, and I think love is a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Yes. Despite how much shit I be talking.
Yeah, honey, because you be talking, honey. Yes, you do.
Yeah. But when I was about to get married and we were engaged, it was all different sides of it. Number one, I just felt like you shouldn't be with nobody more than a year and a half, 2 years without some type of engagement or commitment, or like I feel like I'm wasting my time. Number two, I grew up in the church, but it wasn't necessarily where it was like they was beating you with the Bible and it was like do the right thing.
Baby,
But
I was knocking inside my head with it.
right, but I grew up with couples and my aunts, my uncles. I seen them being married, being with someone in a committed relationship. So I didn't know anything else but that, you know. So I would say marriage, I can say that it's false when they say that marriage is for the woman. I don't think it's just for the woman. Because the man has to feel like he is committed or,
Something.
Because other than that, like it's not gonna work. You're gonna be pulling teeth and you're gonna be divorced like quickly.
Right. And then typically if the man is the one to propose, I'm thinking that they're proposing because they want to get married. You know?
Sometimes, and then
I'm
sometimes
pressure.
it's pressure, yeah. Sometimes it's some of them, are being pressured as well. So I don't know, because I know some people it take them forever, to commit or be in a relationship. Because some people they still be talking about they've been together 2-3 years and they still talking about their dating. I'm like, how long the fuck you go date? Is you committed or what?
At least I can say throughout those 6 years, it wasn't like, okay, we're just dating. You know what I mean? So that was one thing that.
I think that's a different thing because one, I think the times are different now. So I think when you think about marriage, there's so many things that can flow through your mind. It's no longer what it used to be. My parents were married 33 years to death do them part. So when my mother passed away, that's when that was over with. You understand? So that's all I know. Divorce was not an option in that house. Once again, because they believed in the word. So that just, they figured it out, they worked it out, and that's what I saw. I saw my parents working things out. I saw my parents having bad days and not always being on the same page, but figuring it out. I saw that. So those are the things that when I'm in a relationship, I definitely uphold because, and I tell people that, like, my parents were like dope, like really dope. Like I really learned a whole lot. Now I may not display it a whole lot of times because sometimes I just be hard-headed. However, they did display a whole lot. So that was 33 years. You know what I'm saying? I be wanting that, but I'm not so quick. I'm not ready. I'm not gonna just rush to the altar right now. That ain't I don't care. We could be dating 5 years at this point. I'm good. I mean, I just ain't I got my kids. I think for me, I kind of got what I need out of my life as far as that portion is concerned. Not that I don't want to, just right now I'm chilling. Like I'm good. I'm happy. I'm in a relationship. I'm happy. I'm fine. I ain't in no rush to go get no.
Like 5 years. I haven't given the only person, and when I was young, we was like 13 to 17, and I was a baby. My first boyfriend, yeah. So he was the only one that got those 4 years, and it was still off and on. But ain't no past 18, 19, you not getting 5, 6 years from me, because either you're going, because to me, especially when it's not a level of commitment, because it's a difference when it's a level of commitment and we know that we are together. Versus some people, like they just out there, the one partner think that they're committed, the other one just like hoes going wild. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. I've had committed relationships over the years, so I'm not. I thought those were the one. You understand what I'm saying? So at this point, because I thought those were the one, and they clearly not.
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying? Because I thought, not anybody of me. I thought they were the one. Right. Now I'm going to be 33, honey. This is beautiful, honey. However, I'm a lot more cautious on how I want to spend the latter years of where my life and who I want to spend that with, and I'm not in a rush to force or to do or run down this aisle for a piece of paper, because technically right now I'm happy. I'm really happy. And I don't, why, for what? I'm good, he good, we good. Like, I'm not in no rush to get there. Now, I didn't say I didn't want it to happen, but what I did say is I'm not in a rush. I thought they were the ones too. Let me put a little bit more time on this, okay?
Yeah, because what I found out was I had a string of entanglements. I've never been in a relationship. They have all been in entanglement. I'll be damned.
Wait, honey.
I don't mean to change the subject or anything, but what's the difference?
The difference.
We talking about relationship.
I know, but you're talking about entanglements versus relationship.
Yeah.
You know, an entanglement is basically, it's like when you're involved with somebody and like you're just a little bit too much emotionally loving on somebody who don't give two shits about you, and you in the whole relationship by yourself, you just entangled.
Okay.
You're just like a little nap in the back of somebody's neck, and they don't even know you're there. They up over here doing these little hairs up here, but you sitting right here. This the back. This where the entanglement happened at, right here.
Yeah.
They don't see you.
It happened in the kitchen.
That's what I found out.
That's what
I found out that I've never had a relationship.
Stay open. You gotta keep the kitchen open.
Yes.
And I don't know, it's just crazy because like when my son's father broke up, I think I was like 24, 25, and I didn't get into another, because I've been dating and having entanglement with people. You know what I'm saying?
Baby, this entanglement has been a blessing. Okay?
I've been having entanglements until I was 30. I'm 35. So I was like 32 and a half. So
come on, 32 and a half.
So from 25 to 33, so like 8-9 years, I was fucking single. So I know, I've always known what I want. I always see right through people. I always see right through your bullshit. Like, you ain't, like, I be like, look, let me tell you something.
I think I think at this point, I want to be settled. I want to be in my career before I get married. They're like well into it. Like, I think there are things that I just want and I require for myself. There are things that I just feel like, you know, we should be bringing to the table when we get married. I like the dating stage because we get to build, we get to learn, I'm here for that. Let's build together. I'm fine with that. Because in case you decide you want to nut up, I can grab my shit and get the hell on, okay?
Just make sure when you do get married, you continue to date in your marriage, each other.
And I think people lose that too. I think people lose that when they're married as well. But I think that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day.
It's important to keep dating. You have to. You have to your spouse.
You got to keep doing the same things you did that made me start liking you in the first place.
Right.
Don't stop. Don't quit because I got the ring.
Y'all see I be somebody different
that
every
ring
2 days.
fly right back on off.
And we can be married and separated too legally, so don't play. But anyway.
Yes, honey. You wakes up to somebody different every 2 days, honey. You don't know who you go get, honey. Hello. It is always a new flavor over here, baby. Yes, honey. Yes.
Do black people, do we hone on marriage so heavy? Because like our Caucasian sisters, especially our Caucasian sisters, I gotta give a shout out to them. Because they be moving the fuck on. Like, bye, motherfucker. I'm about to go get married today. How you doing? You know, stop holding on to the motherfucking baggage like that's the only husband you can have in your whole fucking life. If I get married 10 times by the time I'm 65, that's my motherfucking business. How you doing? Okay? So
yeah, you right. That's your business, but I don't like that number you put out there. So I don't want to be one of them.
How you doing? $1.5 years for each one.
Baby, you be collecting a lot of checks.
Yeah. At this point, I'm gonna take the glasses back off because I can't do that.
Girl, you be collecting a lot of checks, girl.
No, well, that's only if she's the last surviving one.
Well, she can be the last of all 10, depending on how they went, girl.
That's why we got to take 65, the good one, the one with the paying job, because you don't need all your fuck up, your other sister, the other man.
Let me tell you what, I don't want no 65 okay? So I'm not gonna wait that long to do that, okay? All right?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, you thought about it then, didn't you?
You said you no, I said that's your 10th husband when you turn 65.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, see,
It's too much. It's too much paperwork.
Why is
too
it
much. We out here playing shuffleboard and carrying on, breaking our knees. Ain't nobody got no time. I can't
we
even
the only
myself.
one overly thinking. Every other nationality be on their second and third wife, and we still be sitting up there horning in like,
I hope they horning in because they want to still be married.
hey, what now? You said you horning in, Train, you the one out of a damn 1,300,000 people that still
I know they get divorced. They not happy, they get divorced.
Ain't nobody hope no. Y'all got it good because I'm telling you.
But what I'm trying to tell you, even the people that I know, the black people I know that got divorced, they ain't just sticking around. They like, it's time to move for them.
Yeah, like Will and Jada said that, like she would move across the threshold or across the
Getting divorced. They made that clear.
Yeah, that's crazy to me. Why we want to move on? Why we can't just move on and be okay? Like I be wanting to move on. Like I don't want to stay there. Like why would you want to be stagnant right there where you are when growth and prosperity and all kind of things could be just around the corner? Like I don't understand. Like I don't want to be stagnant in that. Like I just feel like
that's why I be telling people like you heal like Wolverine when you get somebody else.
Why do
It don't even hurt. You don't even believe.
You be like X-Men, Wolverine get damn cut, and then the motherfucker hurry up and then that's what it feels like when you.
I just how to we got to regeneration, honey. But okay, I get it, honey.
You heal like Wolverine when you move the fuck on. Go about your business.
Oh, you know, I'm an Aquarius, so you get etch a sketch real quick. It never happened.
Scorpio, honey.
Oh.
You know, we like to move.
Who was that? When did it happen? A relationship? Huh?
What? Huh? What you
Don't
say?
know.
Honey, because what you don't know, I already been curving these last 10 people for the
Right, they lined up. They
right.
lined up. They were. They got.
I will be
they in the
with
DMV.
somebody else tomorrow.
Right. You know how they be in DMV? Gotta go get your number. You be like 237.
I be telling honey, you think
You
think your boyfriend don't like this? If you want to, honey, he be in my DMs. Right.
What's that saying?
Unless they do like me, I never changed my last name. I wouldn't have to stand in line.
Yeah. But all right, that's enough to talk about. Let's move on to some celebrity news with Usual Peace with JD. Oh, how you doing?
Also, good morning to my people out there in Facebook land and YouTube land. Oh, we got a baby.
Oh,
that's what I be talking about right there. And
look at it.
It's my niece. Her name is Jordan.
Hey, Jordan.
Hey, baby.
Jordan, did you come to steal my job, honey? So you got to go, baby.
She just Kanye'd you.
It's either
You Taylor Swift. You are Taylor Swift.
Okay, clearly, honey. Baby, got me right together, didn't she? With our cute self.
Yeah.
Yes, honey. Yes, honey. No, I don't want no more. I'm good. All right. So, thought about it, went past it. So, honey, get you a piece of celebrity news, honey. You already know what time it is, baby, and I am it with the shit. Yes, honey, you already know, honey. Cardi B hired a private investigator. Oh, yes, she did.
She what?
She hired a private investigator. Oh, yes.
Oh, Cardi B. Yeah.
Bro.
Oh, baby. To
Bro,
arrest
that.
teenage Trump supporter who leaked her address. And his parents were shook.
I know he was. Well, why would you leak her address?
So, okay. I actually watched a little live that she had made about the little boy. Y'all already know Cardi ain't got no sense.
Yeah.
And she already kind of feels attacked because I guess I'm assuming she had been talking to Joe Biden.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been running, she's definitely been campaigning for the Democratic Party, So I think she sat down with him and had a conversation. I know she sat down with Uncle Bernie, honey, but I think she recently sat down with Biden. And I think they had some type of conversation or whatever. So she was just explaining that people are always in her DMs kind of criticizing her about, her being political. And she is saying basically, I got all these millions of followers and y'all don't want me to be political. That's stupid. Like, I had this platform and I need to use this platform to, do it justice. And I kind of understand what she's saying. That means if I could click the button and get 1 million views and there are people that I influence, then this would be the good time because, honey, Trump got to get the hell on, honey. We're tired.
That way.
Speaking of Trump, where is my check?
Got to go.
Where is my money?
Well, that's why they wanted to be quiet, because she has influence and she has... So that's exactly why. Did you hear about Facebook trying to pay people $120 to shut down their social media until after the elections?
Are you serious?
Yes.
Well, I sign up for that.
He's one of them, as you can see.
Let's get his ass out of office. Let's get his ass out of office, honey. But before you get there, bro, give me my check. I want my money. Give my money.
What?
I got things to do. There's 4 kids over here. I can use that change. Stop playing.
The whole nigga on the wheel.
Ow! You already know. Okay. All right. So, okay. Anybody that knows me knows I am a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fan, diehard fan. My family already knows that, honey. There is nothing that you can say about Will Smith, honey. That is my baby daddy. That is my future ex-husband. I don't know what y'all talking about. I don't care, okay? But understand this, baby, it's finna get an old nasty reboot. The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, baby, and I am excited. Some of these reboots have actually been like really dope. Fuller House has actually been really good. Like, it really has. So, yeah, I watch it because my kids watch it.
I like Raven too.
Yeah, that's really dope. Yeah, so some of these reboots are actually really dope. And then I love the reboots because if you have kids, you're able to bring your experiences and your TV shows and your things to your kids. So I'm enjoying that. So in order for them to watch Fuller House, I made them watch Full House so they could understand what was going on in Fuller House. But that was an experience we shared. You understand what I'm saying? I like that. I like good TV. Baby, they love him so much, they decided they was going to go ahead and pick him up for 2 seasons.
Come on, 2 seasons.
Will Smith liked one of my tweets this week. I was so excited.
Did? I'm mad because you over there tweeting my future ex-husband, honey. I am so upset, darling.
You said future ex-husband.
Yeah, I'm just here for the check.
Oh, okay.
So I had posted, y'all saw the post where I had the actors version of the versus battle between Martin Lawrence and Will Smith.
Yes, I saw that bull.
Like, I got. So, actually, I got Will. I like them both, but then Will liked my tweet and retweeted it.
Oh, okay.
I was like, okay.
Yeah, Will wins for me. All hands
You know
down.
how to act. You want to go to a hole?
Can you make me a flyer and put Will Smith and then put me as the other person and then I'm gonna tweet him and see what he's do, okay?
Boom, got you.
Boom, okay? Let me say, if I get on there to tweet back at him from him, honey, it's a rap, buddy. Okay? Cancel Christmas, baby.
How do we remove her from the group?
Who?
Yo ass.
I was like, who? Okay, so you guys, Tiffany is a very big advocate. LT is a very big advocate. Regis is a very big advocate. And, I'm a very big advocate when it comes to domestic violence. We do not play about that. Those serious matters when it comes to us. That's the reason why I decided to give you all the good juju and the good first. So, now we're going to dive into a little bit of tea, honey, because, honey, baby, the tea is spilling and running over, honey, and there is some soft syrup under, okay? There's nothing to catch. So, Miss Tamar and Mr. David, what are we going to do with you guys on today, honey? baby. The tea and the shade room and your room, my room, and everybody else's room is bumping, honey. Because, baby, y'all are making all the tabloid TVs right now with this foolishness y'all got on. Talking about, baby, David told us that Tamar done popped.
Then she didn't scissor kick him and throw or something like that.
Yeah, honey. So I think she punched him or something. I thought it was punch, but she did something.
It's funny because when people seen that she did, they was like, leave her alone, let her record her recovery. And I was like, Megan got shot in both feet, and y'all talking shit about this.
Hell is shit.
I'm like, baby. So let me tell you, the streets are talking, honey. They talking, honey. They are talking about Mr. David, honey, and this. Honey, he is over here sobbing like a whole woman, honey. He said,
she hit you.
Let's see, what I don't like about the culture is the fact that if like a dude abuses a girl, even if she starts it, or even if she punched in the face first, it's like y'all take up for the girl every time. Mm-hmm. Then if a girl abuses the man, y'all still take up for the girl. Like,
I think I was more amazed at his reaction. I don't agree with it. I don't
agree with it either.
I think his reaction was just a little bit
double
weird.
Standards all around.
It is.
And ain't that we do about it.
Oh, because she scissor kicked me, she getting scissor kicked back.
Tiffany said, and moving on, honey, because she was like, ain't nothing we can do about that. Well, I mean, okay, so here's the thing. You know, like I said, I do not agree on any type of domestic violence. You know, it's just, violence just shouldn't be happening, period. However, I think I was a little bit, and he came on there like, you know, yes, I had to talk to my mom all the way home, and she was crying, and I was crying, and
that's what he said.
Yes, girl. And then that's what I'm trying to tell you, honey. I'm trying to give you this picture, honey. I need you to go with me, honey. Follow me.
Okay.
Me, honey. And then he was like, I can talk to my mom.
Yeah, and I bet you when he called his homeboy and said if she was back in our country, I would have whooped her ass. Check that shit out. They be killing me with that shit. Be acting. They don't be want to get deported. They don't want to get back into trouble. So they
she didn't know. I guess he didn't know. He didn't know that had to be recorded, baby. So she was recording the whole thing.
But baby, I promise you, when he called his friends, and they be like, "We seen you in the news. She'll beat you up again." And something here. I would have sucker pop her and that bipolar disorder. How you doing? Anyway,
I just want to know, how do y'all feel about when the shoe is on the other foot? Like, for real. Like,
about what?
How do y'all feel about when the shoe is on the other foot? Because sometimes.
Oh, you say when the shoe is on the other foot?
Yes, because sometimes I feel like because we are men, if you do hit us, like she popped it. She popped them, right? But in my head, I would have been like, hey, bro, my mom pops me in the chest all the time. You know what I'm saying? So at some point, you're going to have to just man up and just be like, all right, bro, cool. Mm-hmm. Like, you could have walked away from her, but instead, like, you really, like, you know what I'm saying? And I got a wig on and I with lashes. And in my head, I'm saying, like, I would have walked away and been like, all right, I'm going to pay that. I'll see you later. I'm having somebody to come get my things. Boom.
So, for me, I don't know.
Rachel said no.
For me, it's a lot different. Because
something happened to his car because they were driving when it happened. So you know he has a Rolls Royce.
He sucker pumped him and he crashed. Or didn't he about crash or something like that?
Like he almost crashed. Whatever it was, he has $30,000 worth of damage.
Oh, she can not ask for it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So Richard.
Tiffany said, yeah.
Richard, about a year ago, I think it was a year ago, I forgot what it was, but it was a little girl, and she did something, she sprayed, she hit him, and they was an after-school program, so she hit Richard, and she sprayed him with some perfume, okay? Mm-hmm. So, it took, now Richard's still a little boy, it took like 2 adults to calm him down, and Richard was about to jump over the table and whoop her ass. Okay? and she dashed him with water. So I don't know, because I have a son now, and I know I had a bad temper, and I was the one who would hit a boy back in the day, and I would fight a boy back in the
My
day.
daughter do it all the time. I have to tell her, hey, quick.
So, because I have a kid now that is a male, and for y'all, I think we just need to teach the girls that don't be putting your hands on a man.
How about just don't put your hands on nobody? How about that?
Exactly.
How about don't put your hands on nobody?
I ain't gonna say nobody, because some people need ass whooped.
No, I'm saying within reason, of course, but
Okay.
I'm saying within reason. Now, you know if you're being threatened or you know if something's happening, you know to defend yourself at all costs, baby.
See, that's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say because
You
a lot
know
of
that.
times,
Don't let no
women-
girl come up with you with no knife and you just gonna stand
especially
and get stabbed.
you know how black women be in the hood. They're not gonna let you walk away. They going, and what you gonna do, nigga? And motherfucking bitch, and your mama's a hoe, you bitch ass punk. Where you going?
We not replacing no cameras. We not replacing no cameras.
Exactly. And they're not gonna let you
I'm
leave.
talking to you. We not replacing no cameras, bruh.
Oh Lord, what the
Women
hell?
be like that. They be like that till you pop them, and then they be like, "Oh, Jody, you said you was never gonna hit me. Leave it." See, that's why you know it just depends on the situation. Because if you keep poking me, you get popped. Period.
Right. So I just said we need to teach. We really need to teach women to keep their hands to themselves.
I mean,
we need to teach the girls, like, and then the boy. And
see,
the thing is with this domestic violence is so freaking out of hand on both ends. So it don't make no sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, because I know I'm from a Wish a Nigga Wood tribe.
Exactly.
And one thing about me, you would never catch me being the victim. When me and my son father was younger, we was fighting like cats and dogs. And I was puffing and walking down the street, 6-7 months pregnant, big tail, and I would jump on his 6'3" ass.
Now, baby, I ain't tell y'all, I ain't never been no angel. But what I'm saying is, I ain't never been no angel, and I ain't never got treated like no angel.
Right.
Yeah. Did y'all hear the Bow Wow audio?
About what?
So there's this audio going around. I think it got released yesterday of Bow Wow threatening the girl. He had punched her in the stomach or something when she was pregnant. And there's this audio. He's like, she can't leave. She begging him to leave. And he like, nah, I'll spray you up. I'll shoot you. I'll fuck your whole life up. Blah, blah. I mean, he was like going on. And you know how Bow Wow's a little fussy. You know, he get a little fussy, especially when it comes to Marion. But I guess this girl that he was got knocked up. He didn't punch her in the stomach or whatever. And there's like this. I was really surprised.
Be his kid. I mean, they say that may not be his. That's what they saying.
Why he punched her in the stomach while she's pregnant though?
Because she may have been on slept with somebody else. That's what they said, Chad.
Baby, my cup running over, and I don't know how to feel.
I'm gonna send you the link because you know Bow Wow get fussy now.
But he's like a little. I don't even want to say that because I don't know if we ever have a chance to cross past the interview. So I'll be trying to watch what I say about certain celebrities because I don't want nobody to be like, okay, on this day.
And I'm gonna stand by my shit on that day.
So let me go ahead and tell you, honey, because they're not gonna like me, honey, because I'm gonna be. I told Wendy she needs to move over, honey, because I came to take her place. Okay?
Yeah, but I don't want. But see, you saying that got nothing to do with what I really want to say about Bow Wow right now on this class. So that's what I'm just gonna shut that up. But anyway,
okay, what you can do is type it to me and then I'll say it.
Okay.
To me.
Because I ain't retracting and redacting nothing.
What redacted? Baby, you better come on here.
Retracting, subtracting, nothing. If I said it, I meant it. Okay, you're gonna have to come for me like I came for you. We can make this happen.
Yeah,
he don't mean it, you guys. You know, we're gonna kumbaya and change the subject because we're about to get some big 6 figures, 7 figures coins. So we're gonna
smile on through.
Don't believe her. I'm actually this cuckoo. I really am.
Ain't nobody care, cause when them coins go in the account, everybody go shut the hell up. Anyway,
you're right. Go away from me. my check. Somebody put dollar on the line. Hey, I need my money.
Who else is on the docket? Who else is on the docket?
Right.
What are the
Who else is on the docket? Oh, that was all I mean, I talk about more and more. But, I've been trying to save my little tea, honey, because y'all know it's quarantine and the people ain't cutting up like they normally cut up, honey. So I got to.
Yeah, that's true.
We got to do 2 stories per.
Yeah, honey, I got to give y'all a little bit at a time. But when the world opens back up, I'm going to give y'all a whole lot more, trust me.
Okay. So I guess it's my turn again. Okay. We all act like we've been in the room here.
All right, Stevie.
What?
Go on.
I'm waiting for you to break out in song, honey, and stop wobbling your head. Okay? Very superstitious.
Writings on the wall.
I thought he was gonna put on his Men in Black jacket. He had the glasses on.
Oh, it's in the closet. I can go get it. Oh, now hurry up.
All right. In other news, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
I was good until you put these sunglasses on. I'm so
confused. Let's throw some positivity around here. Let's see what the black people got going on. You know what I'm saying? What you say, Twain?
I was just telling Regis I can see all the stuff around him in the shades. Look at his eyes.
Oh, this desk.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Charlamagne the God and iHeartMedia launched Black Effect Podcast Network.
What that is?
What they do?
So, Charlamagne the God has been doing his own podcast for a few years now, and a while ago, he wondered why there were no podcast networks. When that started happening, he had another question. I thought, why can't we do that with Black Podcast Network? The popular radio host recalled to CNN in a recent interview. So Charlamagne the God came up with the one. He has partnered with iHeartMedia to launch the Black Effect Podcast Network with the goal of bringing together the most influential voices in Black culture, from stimulating conversations around social justice, pop culture, sports, mental health, news, comedy, and more. The replay podcast of his popular and nationally syndicated New York City radio show, The Breakfast Club, will serve as the network's flagship podcast. Check that out.
All right. Black Network Podcast.
Yeah, so we got somewhere else to go. How you doing?
Right.
So his goal for that podcast network is to be like BT was to cable television in the 1990s, with hopeful, raw, unapologetic, diverse Black content and a place you can come to be educated, enlightened, and entertained.
Girl, they bringing Comment View back, girl.
No, they ain't bring what? Go sit down.
What he said.
Kudos to who is it that made it? Charlamagne.
Charlamagne.
Kudos to Charlamagne.
Yes. So, some more good old Black news in the Canadian world. The Fed's partnered with banks to launch $221 million loan program for Black entrepreneurs.
But you got to look at Canada for that.
Yep.
All right, I'm getting ready to move.
So the Prime Minister,
they sure ain't giving us nothing here, honey.
They got free health care. They get the stimulus every month, and they finna get loans for that. Look.
Right.
Canada,
so the Prime Minister said that during his government's work on economic development, it found that young Black entrepreneurs face extra barriers to accessing investment capital. We needed it to turn things around. Investing in Black business is an amazing way to create wealth and prosperity for everyone. Of the total investment to which Canadian banks are contributing, slightly more than 2/5, $93 million, will be distributed by the federal government. This includes $53 million to create a new national Ecosystem Fund, which will give Black business owners access to funding and business services. Another 33.3 million will be handed out through a new Black entrepreneurship loan fund, whereby Black business owners can receive between 25,000 and 250,000 in loans. Up to 6.5 million will be used to create a Black entrepreneurship knowledge hub to collect data on Black entrepreneurs, including the kinds of barriers to success they encounter. So yeah,
You be reading a long ass time.
because it's the news. You supposed to get all of it.
Girl, you gave me all of it and I got sleepy.
How you supposed to learn if you don't hear? Because y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna read it. But anyway, moving on.
All right, go on with the next paragraph. You know we Black, we don't read.
Wow.
So,
all right, let me get my reading glasses.
Put your glasses back on. Javisha Leslie becomes first Black actress to play Batwoman.
Yes. And who is excited about Batwoman is me.
Why are you excited about Batwoman?
Well, one, because I watched the first season and it was really good. Thank you very much. I like, those are my shows. I like Marvel shows, baby. I keep up with those. Those are my things, honey. I like that. So I watched the first season. The first season was great. Great for me. I don't give a damn about what y'all think it was. If you think it's trash. But I thought it was great. It's great for me. So with that being said, I was very excited when they said, and let's clear this up. I think she is a pansexual Black woman, is what I. And
Batwoman is bisexual.
Yes, honey. And so she is a pansexual Black woman that is now taking her spot. But I am here for Black because Black don't crack. Baby.
Yeah.
I'm here.
So Rose had previously played the role of Kate Kane, who was lesbian. Leslie will play a new character by the name of Ryan Wilder, who is also a lesbian. I am extremely proud to be the first Black actress to play the iconic role of Batwoman on television and as a bisexual woman. I am honored to join this groundbreaking show, which has been such a trailblazer for the LGBTQ plus community.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P.
I am confused now.
W, X, Y, and Z. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I can't enjoy the balls nor the ABCs, damn it.
You go enjoy both, because you can put goddamn rainbow. Yeah, how the hell y'all take over the motherfucking rainbow?
Hey, that's a whole nother story, honey. And let me tell you something. That's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day that we will not get into on this here good podcast. Okay.
Let's not get canceled just yet. We ain't.
Okay, that's what I was saying.
We ain't quite put on yet to get canceled. You know we in cancel culture now.
They can't cancel nobody because they ain't seen me Cardi B ass. Because I'm the one that's unapologetically tell you to kiss my ass and go on there and be like, anyway, so is you over it or not yet? Because that's the thing. The people only cancel people they can bully.
Mm-hmm.
And if they can bully you, they will cancel you. Now you get your ass on there and they knock you down. What Cardi B said 9, you get up the 10th time. What the hell they do?
I don't know what Cardi be saying most of the time, so I'm not sure if I caught that sentence.
Don't be doing Cardi like that. You understand? What she from New York? Where you from, homeboy?
You play too much.
I'm from Atlanta.
You ain't from no damn Atlanta. You from Rainbow Nation?
I'm from Atlanta.
From the Rainbow Coalition, honey. Hello.
Atlanta. You gotta say with no T. Why you put a T in it? You from here? You put a T in Atlanta. How dare you?
It's Atlanta. That's what it is.
The hood they say Atlanta.
Atlanta.
That's discrimination because I don't know where those people came from that started sounding like that. Because my grandmother and nobody I know fucking talk like that. Like, yeah,
Did you say discrimination? Like,
why did that? I was looking like, why?
Your backyard.
Hey, shawty, what's up?
Them motherfuckers ain't come from my backyard because I guarantee you. Let me tell you something.
Riverdale.
That live in Gwinnett County because motherfuckers that I grew up with don't sound like that.
Because the people that I grew up with don't sound like that. I don't know where they just decided to just say
I don't know where the fuck they came to change this shouty. I don't know where the hell they came from. But I was like,
Georgia is a mixture of a lot of cultures. There are a lot of people that have migrated.
They ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got.
No, what I'm saying is Georgia has always been a really big blend of.
It's a big blend because you hardly meet
people. Yeah, so I'm sure you're gonna get some cross breeds and brands or something going on.
I know about. I know about people that were born here.
Say what you like.
I was born.
On my eyes.
Where is you from?
Waukegan, Illinois, right outside of Chicago.
What's Illinois?
Chicago, North Chicago.
You know what?
Illinois. Shout out to them. Can't put my fingers up. I'm missing some nails.
I wasn't born by no roof.
Yes, you was. What about the spaceships on Bankhead?
I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hold up, we got to the Monica.
Yes.
Geeked up.
Yay, sorry.
All right, you guys. It was a pleasure being with you today.
How we get rid of her?
Now that everybody want to show their true colors now. Look, now I really see what we used to be acting. We be acting a fool when we in on this.
Like, tell y'all something, baby.
Oh,
We can't go live no more. We really cut up.
Man, you ain't even got to have none in your cup and you still act a fool with it.
Something in my cup.
And my PSA is always, Lord, somebody come get me. Make sure you are staying COVID-19 safe. Wash hands for 20 seconds, as well as what you have to know acting like Tanya.
I need you to twerk for me, T.
Get you one of these.
Twerking on this line.
Get you one.
I'm on here tonight.
How you put it on? You could be fashionable with it still.
See, you're not from Atlanta if you don't know how to dance.
If you don't know how to what?
If you don't know how to dance, you are not from Atlanta.
Well, that's clearly, I've already mastered that. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Let me tell you about her master on that dance, honey. Baby came to my house, right? Honey, quick story.
Yeah, on stilettos. On stilettos when he was twerking.
Baby came to my house, honey. Baby didn't drop it like she was warm, honey. Baby didn't drop it like she was hot.
Ooh, sizzling.
Baby, I mean, like a hot plate coming straight out the kitchen, baby. Okay?
Like a hot plate coming out the kitchen.
Yeah, man.
I know why y'all not wearing it because I can't breathe in these masks, but y'all got to wear them.
Yeah. So, you my flight attendant. Yes, flight attendant over there be on the flight. They be getting the PSA. All right, so we gotta do it again. All right, so our PSA for COVID-19. Make sure that you are wearing your mask. Yes, come on, Batman. And as well as wash your hands for 20 seconds. Make sure you're washing your hands. Hello. And hand sanitizers as well when you're out in the public and you're touching cooties and all that other stuff and you're going in and out of places. Yeah. Come on, handsome. Come on, flight attendant, honey. You better put the
Honey, you better give us that away, honey. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Come on through. Yes.
Make sure. Yes, because COVID ain't went nowhere, and I know y'all said that it's going somewhere after the election, and we go see. How you know?
Anyway, going somewhere after election.
That's what they said when the election done.
Shut y'all down, okay?
What they gonna do?
Don't let them pay you to shut you down. We gotta stay up before election. Get out.
Oh, Lord. All right, guys. Make sure we will see you next Thursday. Until the next time, stay positive.
Peace.
Where did you log us off?
No, he didn't. I said peace. Peace.